Hailey Bieber's beauty brand got rejected before it even existed. The trademark was denied, the first idea was killed. 3 years later, Rhode is a billion-dollar acquisition. A website, 3 products, and a DTC strategy so precise that in just 11 days, it crossed 6 figures in revenue. And in 3 years, hit $212 million. So by the time retail came calling, Rhode didn't need them. They needed Rhode. In the next 10 minutes, I'm breaking down every single move they made. The pre-launch strategy, the creative playbook, and the exact marketing strategies that turned a rejected trademark into a billion-dollar acquisition. Hi, I'm Azra from ZipChat, the AI agent for e-commerce that turns browsers into buyers. And every week on this channel, we break down one successful DTC brand like Rhode and show you their exact strategies so you can steal it and apply it to your own Shopify store. I have to admit though, I've been quite hesitant to cover such a huge celebrity brand like Rhode because come on, it's Hailey Bieber. She has the fame, the money, the followers, everything. So it might not feel super realistic for the typical store owner. But I did a huge deep dive into their strategies, and honestly, whether you are a store owner, you are in DTC, you are a marketer, or you just work in a creative space, there is something in this playbook that everyone can take away. And the best part is it's very easily applicable. Now, before we jump into the playbook of Rhode, quick shout out to Shortcut and Ranks for requesting this one. You asked for Rhode, so let's get into it. Let's start with a simple fact. Way before Rhode even existed, Hailey Bieber was the clean girl of all the clean girls. Everyone wanted to know what she was doing for her skin. So she wasn't just famous, she was already very much so trusted as a skincare authority. And that trust was what Rhode was built on. But again, let's be clear, fame alone doesn't do this. Jennifer Lopez is one of the most famous people out there, right? But her brand got pulled off from Sephora. Or Addison Rae, super relevant, Gen Z, one of the most followed people on TikTok. But her brand also got discontinued at Sephora in 2023. So a big audience isn't enough. What Rhode did differently than all the other celebrity brands is they've built the audience first and then launched the product. Hailey launched her YouTube channel in March of 2021, over a year before Rhode went live. Every video she made quietly introduced the ingredients, the philosophy, the glazed skin aesthetic. So at that time, she really wasn't selling anything. She was just showing her skincare routine, which was already highly requested. And by doing that, she was naturally building trust. They also launched a documentary, not an ad, a documentary called The Making of Rhode, which got 1.1 million views. So by launch day, people weren't just aware of Rhode, they were emotionally invested in it. They already had 600,000 people on the wait list. And when the time came, they sold out in under 10 minutes. So what can you steal from this? Start creating content around your product's world months before the actual launch. The problem your product solves, the lifestyle it fits, the story behind it. Build that audience first and then the sales will naturally follow. Now let's talk about how they actually launched and their product strategy. Rhode launched with just 3 products, and that wasn't at all a limitation for them. It was really a strategic choice. The philosophy that Hailey built the brand around is super simple. One of everything, really good. Not a full product line, not something for every skin concern. The best possible version of a serum, a moisturizer, and a lip treatment. Each product was centered around peptides, an ingredient that was typically only found in luxury skincare products, priced out of reach for many consumers. Rhode brought peptide-based skincare to a younger audience at an accessible price point. Their products were developed by a very respected cosmetic chemist and a dermatologist. This matters because anyone in today's market can throw together a beauty product and sell it on social media. What separated Rhode from the market was that the marketing was backed by a genuinely strong product. Their packaging also reinforced everything. It's sleek, minimal, and monochromatic, instantly recognizable. If you see a Rhode bottle, even if you don't immediately see the branding, you know it's Rhode. Okay, let's talk about their brand world because this is where Rhode completely separates itself from almost every other brand in the space. And it all comes down to a very deliberate creative strategy. Rhode builds its entire visual identity around food. Hailey herself talked about this very openly. She loves making the connection between skincare and food. between things that we use to nourish our bodies and things we put on our skin. This strategy shows up everywhere. Product names like glazing milk, barrier butter, pineapple refresh. Campaigns where products are photographed on heart-shaped French toast next to artfully styled strawberries or floating in oversized ice cubes. The food connection even extended to brand collaborations like the one they did with Krispy Kreme. The glazed donut skin trend, the glazed donut nails, none of that was accidental. But this isn't just like aesthetics. This is sensory marketing. When you see food alongside a skincare product, you feel something. Appetite, comfort, familiarity, and that emotional response is completely deliberate. It's also all connected to a bigger cultural moment, the rise of everyday luxury. People aren't raising for a Chanel bag. They're instead buying a $40 earphone smoothie. Rhode, for example, has a branded earphone collaboration. They're finding luxury in small daily rituals. And Rhode positioned itself perfectly inside that shift. What's the world your product lives inside? You can pick one strong visual theme, a feeling, an aesthetic, a lifestyle moment, and run it through everything. Your product photos, your emails, your social content. Consistency and creative direction is what makes a brand feel premium, even at a small scale. Okay, a super quick break. I don't know if you guys have already seen it, but now we do 2 videos a week. So you get one full DTC brand breakdown like this one, plus a new series we call Zip Chat in action. The breakdown videos gives you the full strategy, and the second video, which is almost like a demo video, takes the same brand as a live example and shows ZipChat in action. If you never quite understood what we do here at ZipChat AI, it's honestly the easiest and fastest way you can see it. And every episode is focused on a specific niche, so you can always find the one that is most relevant for you. Last week, we dropped our first ever episode with iMate, which they're in the wellness space, and in just a couple of days, the Rhode episode is coming out. I figured instead of turning these brand breakdowns into like an advertising moment, a separate series dedicated to each niche made more sense. So if you're curious or if you just want to support our channel, go check out the last video. And if you're not subscribed yet, the next one literally drops in a couple of days, so make sure to hit that subscribe button to not miss it. Let's move on to the... And then haters be telling me I'm AI. I was just about to lose my tablet, which I have my script on. I'm not AI, guys. Okay, now that's out of the way, let's continue with the most important part of this video. This is a section that I really want you to pay attention to, because this is a section where the DTC playbook gets really tactical. Rhode's entire marketing strategy was built around one principle: never look like you're selling something. Let's start with a viral phone case, which is literally a masterclass in stealth marketing. Rhode was gonna launch their now super viral phone case that holds your lip treatment. Most brands would shoot a campaign, buy some ad space, or send it to influencers with a brief. Rhode did none of that. Instead, Hailey was photographed at the Super Bowl, pulling out her lip treatment and sliding it into a phone case on her phone. No announcement, no caption, just a moment, and the internet lost its mind. The product sold out before most people even know that it launched. Think about what just happened. Rhode got global press coverage, millions of organic impressions, and a completely sold out product from one photo that completely looked candid. And the phone case kept working long after launch, because every person that bought one became a walking billboard. They took selfies with it, they posted it. It showed up in everyone's feeds constantly. So by doing that, Rhode turned their customers into their ad spend, the influencer testing panel. Before any new product launched, Rhode would send plain unbranded, this part is very important, sample bottles to select influencers. No labels, no packaging, just the formula. Then those influencers would post their natural reactions. Then their followers would go wild to figure out what it was. And by the time the official launch dropped, demand was already at a fever pitch. This works super well for 2 reasons. It feels completely authentic because the influencer genuinely has no polished PR package to work with. 2, it creates a mystery that the audience actively tries to solve, which drives engagement far higher than a standard gifting post ever would. And then they have their limited edition drops. Rhode's peptide lip treatment became a drop machine. Every few months, a new flavor tied to a cultural moment. Strawberry glaze tied perfectly to the strawberry summer girl trend that Hailey herself started. Cinnamon roll dropped for her birthday, jelly beans, salted caramel. Each drop sold out in minutes, which triggered a second wave of TikTok content. People reacting to sellout, reviewing the product, hunting for restocks. So Rhode never really sells a specific skin product. They always create a recurring cultural event around it. This is what expert calls incremental innovation. Small, consistent product updates that keep the brand in conversation and ultimately win the year. And Rhode mastered exactly that. You don't need a Super Bowl appearance, but you do need moments worth sharing. Even something as simple as a branded sticker on your packaging could be a total game changer. Imagine your customer sticks that onto their laptops, onto the back of their phone cases. That's free advertising for you. So think about what could be your version of the lip case. What can you give people that they'll actually use in public? Because with their lip case, that's the question Rhode answered better than anyone. So what Rhode's success actually means? By the end of 2024, Rhode crossed $100 million in revenue. DTC only, 10 products, 8 countries. In 2025, e.l.f. Beauty acquired them for $1 billion, with Hailey Bieber still staying on as Chief Creative Officer. And shortly after that, Rhode launched in Sephora across the US, UK, and Canada, delivering $10 million in sales in its Sephora debut alone. Here is what's important to understand with that Sephora move. Rhode didn't go to Sephora because it needed retail. It went because they built so much demand through DTC that they came to them. Their playbook is undeniable. Build the audience before the product. Make the product feel like a lifestyle. Create moments worth sharing and let your customers do the marketing. And most of the things we covered on this video, you can start applying to your own store today. Now, if you got some value out of this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you already haven't. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys with a new video in a couple of days. Bye.